mean, it's often joked that, anybody who's been out of the country, even for the last 5 years, if they came to Nairobi today and even toured the wider Kenya, they'd be quite surprised. They'd be quite surprised at what they see, because there's a lot going on in terms of, building the country's infrastructure. But that said, is development important to Kenyans? Indeed, 99% of Kenyans, according to the poll, are of the opinion that development is important to Kenya. So, no surprises there. With 61% indicating that it is extremely important, 32% indicating that it is very important, and 6% indicating that it is moderately important, with a paltry 1% indicating that development is not at all important. What is interesting there is that from our findings, we find that less than 50% of residents from central region believe that development is extremely important, which perhaps could be explained by the fact that central Kenya, due to certain historical, due to the historical context and the fact that it is very close to Nairobi, the center, has one can argue more or less always enjoyed the benefits of development in comparison to the rest of the country. But what we see indeed is that in other parts of the country, that development is extremely important to a majority of Kenyans. But again, what is interesting is that the survey findings also tell us that just 3 in 10 Kenyans believe that preserving culture and heritage is more important than development. So that is interesting. That is interesting. That 7 out of 10 Kenyans will gladly take development over preserving their culture and heritage. Indeed, how it breaks down regionally is that we see that less than 30% of Kenyans from coast, central, and Nairobi regions are of the opinion that preserving culture and heritage is more important than development. Now, in terms of what development actually means to Kenyans, or what they associate development with, we see that Kenyans mostly associate development with infrastructure, affordable healthcare, the building of educational institutions, and the provision of jobs. Indeed, the development of infrastructure was mentioned by 21%, healthcare 19%, the building of educational institutions 11%, and the creation of job opportunities by 10%. Now, in terms of the awareness of development projects, are Kenyans aware of development projects in the country? Indeed, about 3 in 5 Kenyans are aware of at least one development project that has been launched in the country, with 32% saying they are unaware of any development projects launched in the country, and 4% indicating that they are not sure about any development projects that have been launched in the country. How it breaks down regionally, and this is interesting, 5 in 10 Kenyans from northeastern region are unaware of any development projects in the country. And even more interestingly is that 5 in 10 Kenyans aged 18 to 24 are unaware of any development projects in the country. In closing, perhaps we could pose the following questions as food for thought. Why are Kenyans willing to have development over the preservation of culture and heritage? Should development be homegrown, or should the country continue to rely on external support from donors, as is the case now? And with many Kenyans associating development with Chinese-driven projects, what then is the implication for other countries that provide Kenya with development assistance?